The skeletal system. Cranium. The cranium, also known as the neurocranium, is formed by the superior aspect of the skull. It encloses and protects the brain, meninges, and cerebral vasculature. Anatomically, the cranium can be subdivided into a roof and a base. Cranial roof comprised of the frontal, occipital, and two parietal bones. The second one is sternum. The sternum or breastbone is a long flat bone located in the central part of the chest. It connects to the ribs via cartilage and forms the front of the rib cage, thus helping to protect the heart, lungs, and major blood vessels from injury. Shaped roughly like a necktie, it is one of the largest and longest flat bones of the body. Its three regions are the manubrium, the body, and the xiphoid process. The word sternum originates from the ancient Greek sternon, meaning chest. The third one is the humerus. The humerus is a long bone of the upper limb which extends from the shoulder to the elbow. The proximal aspect of the humerus articulates with the glenoid fossa of the scapula, forming the glenohumeral joint. Distally, at the elbow joint, the humerus articulates with the head of the radius and trochlear notch of the ulna. The fourth one is the radius. The radius is a long bone in the forearm. It lies laterally and parallel to ulna, the second of the forearm bones. The radius pivots around the ulna to produce movement at the proximal and distal radio-ulnar joints. The fifth one is the ulna. The ulna is a long bone in the forearm. It lies medially and parallel to the radius, the second of the forearm bones. The ulna acts as the stabilizing bone, with the radius pivoting to produce movement. Sixth is the pelvis. There are three bones of the pelvis: the hip bone, sacrum, and the coccyx. These bones connect the axial skeleton to the lower limbs, and therefore play a role in bearing the weight of the upper body. These bones also act as attachments for many muscles and ligaments within the pelvis and the lower limbs. This area provides support for the intestines and also contains the bladder and reproductive organs. Seventh is the carpal bones. The carpal bones are the bones of the wrist that connects to the distal aspects of the radial and ulnar bones of the forearm to the bases of the 5 metacarpal bones of the hand. There are 8 carpal bones which divide it into 2 rows, a proximal row and a distal row. The carpal bones allow the wrist to move and rotate vertical. 8 are the phalanges. The phalanges are the bones that make up the fingers of the hand and the toes of the foot. There are 56 phalanges in the human body, with 14 on each hand and foot. 3 phalanges are present on each finger and toe, with the exemption of the thumb and large toe, which possesses only 2. These bones are unlike their counterparts in the finger. Their main purposes involve supporting the sensitive flesh of the fingertip, where a high number of nerve endings are situated. 9th are the femur bone. The femur is the longest, heaviest, and strongest bone in the human body. The main function of the femur is weight-bearing and stability of gait, an essential component of the lower kinetic chain. The upper body's weight sits on the 2 femoral heads. 10th is the patella bone. The patella is a small bone located in the front of the knee joint, where the thigh bone, femur, and shin bone, which is the tibia, meet. It protects the knee and connects the muscles in the front of the thigh to the tibia. Functions primarily as an anatomic pulley for the quadriceps muscle. It increases the lever arm of the extensor mechanism, allowing for more effective knee flexion and thus increase quadriceps strength by 33 to 50%. 11th is the tibia bone. The tibia is the shin bone, the larger of the two bones in the lower leg. The top of the tibia connects to the knee joint, and the bottom connects to the ankle joint. Although this bone carries the majority of the body's weight, it still needs the support of the fibula. The 12th part of the skeletal system is the fibula bone. The fibula or calf bone is a leg bone on the lateral side of the tibia, to which it is connected above and below. It is the similar of the two bones and in proportion to its length, the slenderest of all the long bones. Its main function is to combine with the tibia and provide stability to make ankle joint. The distal end of fibula has several grooves for the ligament attachments, which then stabilize and provide leverage during the ankle movements. Lastly are the tarsal bones. The tarsal bones consist of 7 short bones located at the proximal region of the foot. They are arranged in the proximal and distal rows. In human, the tarsals, in combination with the metatarsal bones, form a longitudinal arc in the foot, a shape well adapted for carrying and transferring weight in bipedal locomotion. In the human ankle, there are 7 tarsal bones.
Thank you for watching. I'm Lieutenant M. Hatamosa from College of Teacher Education.